TMG Fam, it's your boy Ellen. I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. Listen, man, we got the homie next up. We got the homie Royce, man. Royce is talking about Eminem and his DJ Smalls Eyes interview. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think DJ Smalls Eyes is out of Atlanta, where I'm at, where I'm close proximity to, right in Atlanta. If I can remember, I think he is, man. He's done a ton of interviews. Credibility is through the roof. So salute to him on everything that he doing in his movement, first and foremost. But apparently he got to sit down with Royce and they got to discuss Eminem. And he said that Eminem is not a rapper no more. He's like a superhero. Now, some of you may agree, some of you may not. Let's hear how Royce explains it. Also, we're going to listen to Royce talk about Lord Jamar in another video, and he gonna speak about why Lord Jamar is wrong about Eminem. Here we go.
When it comes to being a duo in a project, or part of a foursome, or even a solo artist, which do you actually prefer the most?
I don't know if I prefer one over the other. I mean, they all are dope in different ways. Slaughterhouse, they all fun. Slaughterhouse, I gotta do a little more work. When I'm working with Marshall, I don't have to do as much work. When I'm working with Preem, I still don't have to do as much work, because he's gonna make all the beats. He's gonna mix everything. I get a little meticulous when it comes to approving mixes.
I would have had to stop right there, and I would have had to ask him right then and there. I'd have been like, okay, what you mean by you got to do a little bit more work with Slaughterhouse? I got to get back into my interview bag, man. I see that right now, because there's certain stuff that I be wanting to know personally for myself as a Slaughterhouse fan. I'd be like, yo, what you meant by that right there? Like, go in depth and you know what I'm saying? Go further in depth of what you talking about right there. You had to do a little bit more work.
But outside of that, all I really got to do is rap in those two situations. So that's one of the things that makes those two situations. It makes me look forward to doing them.
Okay.
Now the Slaughterhouse thing, it's an interesting situation because it's something that we built. It's something that we built that people didn't believe in. Some people didn't believe in, So it's always sweeter being in that kind of situation. So it's more of us. There's other rappers, more than just one other rapper. Em ain't even a rapper no more. Em's not a rapper no more. He's like a superhero. But there's other rappers, and I
know he's just said that very nonchalantly, just like he just you know what I'm saying, just threw the behind the back pass and just did that no look behind the back pass. Like Em is just, he a superhero, man. And to be honest with you, I think that's where he's getting to that point to where, I don't know, man, you can't really judge him in a tier with other rappers. You know what I'm saying? When we speak skill-wise and different things like that, we can't really hold Eminem to that tier of, you know what I mean, where you say the top 5 in that tier. Like, it's certain people I remove out of those tiers, and Eminem is at that place for me, I think, now, to where I'm about to get ready to remove him out of that tier, because I took Jay out of that tier when he began to accomplish everything, and I just didn't think it was fair to be able to classify him in a tier. You know what I'm saying? So I think Marshall is steadily approaching that for me as well, to just take him out and not even be able to put him in a top 5 anymore.
We used to have a lot of fun because there's so many of us, and then back when we were doing it, we were all drinking. So, we all, after about 10 or 11 o'clock, we all turned into comedians in our own little way. So, you know what I mean? So it was just fun. It was fun working on it. But I don't know if I could say that I prefer one over the other. All of them just, they served me in different ways. All of the different situations served me in different ways. I enjoy doing all of them.
Could you imagine a studio session with Royce, Joel Ortiz, Joe Budden, and Crooked Eye? Man, like, you would think I was a mime, how quiet I would be, just standing there soaking it up and laughing, You know what I'm saying? That the only part where I wouldn't say nothing, just sitting there and soaking
you know,
up the
like
game.
I think if people knew how much money he made off of that shit, man, they probably would look at it different. Like especially Lord Jamar, you know, like you're a legend in the game, you're part of a legendary rap group. It's like you going and sitting on this man's couch, sitting in this man's chair.
This man he's talking about, he's referring to Vlad. This is where we all see Lord Jamar go to. I feel like sometimes if things get slow, Lord Jamar, and he's conscious and cognizant of what he's doing. So if things get slow or he feel like he having a slow week or his hype or his momentum has died down, call up Vlad. Hey, you got anything going on such and such time or date? No? All right, I'm coming up there to talk about him. I had to get my name back up in the algorithms. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a formula that he's using.
And, you know, like you running up these views because you got so much controversial shit to say about one fucking person. And, you know, he walks away with the check and you walk away, you know, craving attention. You know what I mean? Like, it's I don't even like seeing niggas in that space. I don't like seeing you in that space, brother. You know what I mean? Because, like, talking about him, like, real niggas don't listen to his music and all that. First of all, man, you're not, like, the measuring stick of who's real or who's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you think about us over here or you think about me. I understand you said some shit like, yeah, you respect 50, but the other niggas know who I don't respect or whatever the fuck that was you said. Like, yo, I don't care about none of that shit. You don't have to respect me, just don't disrespect me. I don't want no problems with nobody and I don't have to fuck nobody up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You're not cool to me. You're not tough to me.
Oh, this is where Joe Budden got that clip from. Oh, I thought this when he first started talking, I was like, is this where Joe pulled that clip from? This is where Joe Budden got that drop from where he says this in. Ah, that's funny. That's funny.
That's how I look at it. You're not cool to me. You're not tough to me. You're not the measuring stick of what street niggas listen to. I don't look at you like no type of street nigga. I look at you the same way you look at Marshall. You say he talk about a bunch of shit he don't do. I feel like you rapped about a bunch of shit you never did and you still ain't doing. So what's really the difference? You know what I'm saying? And nobody's faulting nobody for having their opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have your opinion. And how I feel about Griselda, nobody can say nothing bad to me about Griselda. Those are my niggas. So if I go on your show and I do an interview with you and I know that you don't fuck with Griselda, I'm not seeing your side. You don't have a side in my book. And, you know, y'all keep fucking bringing my name up on the show. Like, you know, Royce would never come on the show and say anything bad about Marshall. You goddamn right. I wouldn't come on your show and say anything bad about any of my friends. I don't have an obsession with Marshall as just an isolated friend. I treat all my friends the same way. I don't speak bad on my friends. I don't have sides. It's our side. It's our side and you don't have a side. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's how I feel about that situation. And I really think if we came to a place where we can be
Why do people feel like Royce is caping for M? That's his mains. Like, what's the definition of friendship? If you say that's your friend, then you supposed to have your friends back and never say nothing bad about your friends. Like, I don't really understand where we got lost in translation of what the true definition of a friend or a homeboy is. Maybe I'm cut different. Maybe I think different, or maybe I'm crazy in my mind, or it's something wrong with what I'm thinking or my thought process. Why? Why do if I'm cool with somebody and that's my man's, I gotta say something bad about him, or if I'm saying something good about him, I'm caping. Yo, we thrive off of negativity so much that we just feel like if we don't see negativity or we don't see some form of negative come from somebody, then they ain't real. Like, I don't understand y'all philosophies and ideologies and different things that y'all ways y'all was brought up.
A little bit more unified
It's not even just in this country, because the value that we bring to this country is ridiculous. I think if we realize that and we could take that value either somewhere else or just stand with each other in solidarity just long enough to where, you know, we can get whatever it is that we need to move us forward as a people. Like, it's time to start thinking about the next generation. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's why he took that stance against whatever he feels about what's going on with Yellow Wolf. I think Royce is at a point in his life where he feels that he no longer can sit back at this stage of his career and just not speak up and voice his opinion when he see or hear things. He's at a point in his career where he feels like, you know what I'm saying, in order for this to change, it starts with certain individuals that hold certain positions in the music industry, you know. And if you are one that is respected and one that has been around and has put in the work and has the background and has all the different, you know what I'm saying, things about them and things that people respect and look up to, then it's time for them to speak up. And you shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Especially if we expect change.
Hey, everybody's coming into this game without the information. You know, the shit that y'all worried about is not important. Like the top 50 lists and the top 20, all of these lists and shit. Like, yo, man, like, it's cool if you put me on a list, and it's cool if you don't put me on a list. You know, you're entitled to your opinion. Like, in my mind, you don't really qualify to validate me. You know, like, I feel like as an artist, you have to, like, guard that and protect that and not let so many people be in control of that, of you in that way. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I just look at all this shit, and then I look at the Vlad shit and all of that. It's like, bro, how long are y'all gonna talk about this shit? Like, why don't y'all just find something else to talk about? It's not an issue over here in our book. You know what I'm saying? Like, we respect what you do. Like I said, I respect Lord Jamar and, you know, what he stood for in the culture, or whatever it is that he did, or whatever it is that he got going on. I wish you nothing but the best, bro. But your opinion don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can not like shit from here to across the street. We don't fucking care. Neither does anybody else, bro. I hate to put it to you like that, man, because I don't mean no disrespect, but you really, really, really have a false sense of what's really going on out here in the world. Like, you really think you can speak for, like, real street niggas and real cool niggas. You are not cool. What have you done cool?
He keep going back to that. You are not cool. Like, yo, and that kills me too, man. Like, when people get up and they make certain statements of like, well, real people, the real ones don't listen. They don't listen to you where I'm from. The real, like, are you talking what, the 10 or 15 people you may know? 5 actually that you probably speak to on a constant basis. Those 5 people are what you're judging this or making this statement based upon? Seriously? So you speak for everybody. You've done a survey for everybody to say that everybody don't listen to Eminem like that. Oh, I don't hear nobody bumping him in his cars, but you ain't been outside in the past week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that kills me all the time. And if you don't catch yourself, you'll start feeding into it too as well.
Like, at least, like, name like a charity or something that you have directly invested your time and energy in, and I'll donate to that motherfucker tomorrow. Just please, man, like, please point out something that you've done. Please tell me one line that you have said in your career that qualifies you to critique a top tier lyricist. I don't give a fuck if you don't like his music. The motherfucker is in everybody's top 5. You don't get there by just being a white rapper. And I know it's like, oh, there you go defending him again. There you go again. Goddamn, I'm defending lyricists. It's a small community of motherfuckers that went to the hip hop shop before we got on. And we went to clubs like the Ebony Showcase, and we was the backpack niggas. We was the hip hop niggas. All of us, we listened to M's album. Everybody in the hood was listening to M's album that's into lyrics. And every nigga, every real nigga ain't street, and every street nigga ain't real. What up, though? Every street nigga ain't real. Every nigga in the hood ain't a street nigga that only want to listen to Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? And every nigga that sit his broke ass on DJ Vlad couch don't qualify to speak for all real niggas. Y'all niggas ain't fucking cool, man. Y'all goofy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand when y'all became the measuring stick. But yo, man, like anybody who we, like niggas sign or we got affiliations with, man, niggas will just prefer if y'all just find somebody else to interview. Like it's straight oppression at this point. You know what I mean? Like it's like you're monetizing off of a lack of knowledge, or just niggas plays on like I'm gonna keep it real, or I'm gonna be I'm gonna be objective. Fuck objective. Your show ain't objective. You not objective. It ain't nothing fair about your show.
And that's another thing, man. In the beginning, it was one interview. What turned into two? Two turned into three. Three turned into four. Four turned into five. And then I was like, what the hell? We got a series going? They just kept cranking out videos. And they just kept discussing Eminem. So at that point in time, I'm like, oh, okay. It's an ulterior motive. We all know that Eminem's name brings a lot of attention. A lot of attention. So if he's like, okay, let me talk bad about Eminem. Eminem, controversy, views. That's his formula. And we all gotta salute him because it's working. But it ultimately makes him look like the super hater. It makes him look like a super hater.
It's a one-sided ass show where y'all sit up there and y'all tear motherfuckers down. That's what y'all do. There's nothing fly about that. There's nothing cool about that. Sitting around talking about niggas all day. I ain't never seen no nigga with no money sit around and talk about niggas all day. It's real shit going on in the world. It's kids in Flint who don't even have fucking clean water to drink, and you about to fucking bore me with Lord Jamar's opinion on some fucking rap? I don't know one lyric this nigga ever said in my life. Like, come on, man, we got to get it together, man. We got to get it together. Niggas sitting around talking about Jay-Z and what he said to Jermaine Dupri. Yo, that don't got nothing to do with nothing, man. It don't have nothing to do with nothing. Y'all niggas is just gonna sit around and just complain and complain and complain and complain. Like, what steps, man, are we gonna take? You know what I mean? Like, what steps are we gonna take? I stand with Cap and I stand with Hov. I always stand with Hov. He's never made a decision that I've seen that where he gave me any type of reason to question his motive. And I don't have nothing against him wanting to get more billions and claim ownership. There's nothing wrong with that. What y'all don't realize is Hov and Dre shouldn't be the only billionaires in hip hop. You know how many billionaires we should have? Nipsey Hussle should have been a billionaire. We generate all the fucking money. Being a billionaire shouldn't be like unicorn status, man. That shit should be the norm. We generate the money on the norm, on a day-to-day basis, on a daily. We just all the way pushed outside of the business. And by the time we get to a point where we have the information, we coming back from being behind the fucking 8 ball. We playing catch up, just like black people in America. We ain't even know our names, nothing, where we came from, and nothing in our lineage. We've been playing catch up since then. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas gotta realize that. Y'all gotta realize that we living in America and stop purposely tapping out and not being involved in knowing the origin of where you come from. Y'all niggas is so focused on being tapped into the hood and hood this and hood that. I'm so tired of hearing that shit, man. It's like, none of that shit matters, man. It ain't about that. It's never been about that. It ain't never been about no tough guy shit. It's about what can you offer to the culture? What can you do that's gonna make you last? Are you gonna make a classic album? I don't give a fuck about your radio song. I don't care about that, dog. I've been here for 20 years. I seen niggas come and go. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather make $700,000 for 20 years straight, or would you rather make $2 million for 2 years straight and then fall off? That's depression. That's depression and suicide waiting to happen. And that's what this business, that's what it's set up to do to you. So when you got somebody in a position that's finally willing to give people the information, you don't condemn that person. And I'm talking about Jay-Z. I'm talking about Jay-Z, and I think it's time for us artists to start asking ourselves the tough questions. Are we getting what we deserve? If I'm gonna go sit on Vlad's show, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it to be objective about people I'm in business?
Listen, that's mature Royce right there. I can't knock mature Royce right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's speaking real. He's speaking real. That's where he's at at this stage of his career, man. And I can't do nothing but respect it.
Everywhere you go.
Royce the 5'9". What's up?
So how important is it for artists to be down here at South by Southwest?
I mean, it's pretty important. It's pretty important, especially if you're a new artist. It's a good way to network, I guess is the word we use. It's a good way to be seen. You kind of got to look at it like a party that everybody on campus is going to. You can either sit in the dorm room or you can just go be a part of everything. And it's cool. It's a good learning experience. You can see other artists perform, just mingle.
So recently, I saw you in the headlines. You weighed in on the topic of whether hip-hop is being whitewashed or not, and you came to the defense of Eminem. Tell me how that situation came about and how passionate you were about it.
I'm talking about white men doing a black art form
Is it just cringy to even hear?
and being able to benefit from white privilege in that art form. That's how Eminem is just like Macklemore, just like Iggy Azalea, just like Vanilla Ice, just like Elvis, just like Kenny G.
Eminem is a very close friend of mine.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously I'm gonna come to the defense of him pretty much with anything. Now, I didn't come to the defense of him to dispute any opinions. Your opinion is your opinion. I came to the table to talk about the facts. Lord Jamar wasn't prepared to do that because everything that he's saying is based off of his opinion. I can't dispute your opinion. But if we want to talk about signing 50 Cent, making an 8 Mile movie, which put the battle rap culture on the pedestal, if we want to talk about things like that, those are contributions to the art form. Those are not things that.
Same thing I said, man. How can you call somebody a guest that's making contributions? You know what I'm saying? I feel like you tell them, Royce.
You say, oh, that's good or that's bad. If you can say it's good or it's bad, it's your opinion. But when your opinion is done and it's to the side, it's still a contribution to the art form. So I said things like that are things that separate him from the other people that you talk about. Not only can you not compare Eminem to Macklemore, but you can't compare him to any new artist. You can't be around for 15 years and fake it that long. And that's basically all I was saying. I wasn't really trying to debate. I was just trying to say what I wanted to say, and that was it. Man, out of all of those Iggy Azalea and all of those conversations, leave him the fuck out of them conversations because he does not fit in those conversations. And that's it.
So what? It doesn't make you exempt from the conversation of white privilege in black music.
What are your feelings on Lord Jamal?
I think he OG. I respect all OGs. I come from the era where we don't disrespect OGs. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing but respect for Lord Jamar. I don't agree with a lot of his opinions, but they're his opinions.
And that's it. Y'all get at me and let me know what y'all thought, man. It's your boy L. To the next reaction. I'm out. Peace. Y'all stay solid. Hey.